Good afternoon from the parking lot of EPCOT. We're headed in today because I know for sure that they have some new Food and Wine Festival merchandise, like specific to Food and Wine Festival, whereas before they were selling flower and garden merchandise still. So I'm wondering, maybe some of the extra food and wine booths that were not open yet are open now, and maybe we can try new food? I don't know, we're gonna go inside and do some investigating. Also, who knows, we'll finally see characters this time maybe? I'm definitely gonna go counterclockwise around World Showcase to try to see characters. As long as it doesn't rain, we should be able to. So a few other notes as far as news goes for EPCOT. We do know that the Candlelight Processional has been canceled this year, but Festival of the Holidays is still happening. So we still don't know if it means that storytellers are going to be around EPCOT like they have been in previous years. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we'll put a link to a video in the description down below so you can see previous years of Festival of the Holidays and the storytellers. But we do know that that means that there is going to be holiday themed food at EPCOT. Hey guys, Future Tim here. Just wanted to pop in and say it has been confirmed that there are no storytellers at Festival of the Holidays this year. So I don't know if there will be a Santa at EPCOT this year. There might not be. They might just have him somewhere else, not doing meet and greets like he would be in the past. So probably a lighter version of Festival of the Holidays with a little bit more focus on the food. And Festival of the Holidays will be starting here at EPCOT November 27th. So let's head inside. The last time we were here, we talked about this entrance fountain. It looks awesome out in front of Spaceship Earth. Giving me some old retro EPCOT vibes. I also feel like the last time that we were here it was a cloudy day, so the spires didn't pop as much as they are right now. Look really good. So that's pretty funny. I figured it was gonna rain today. It's about 11:45, but I was looking underneath the monorail beam. I was like, oh, that looks like rain. That's actually the building for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, not a rain cloud. Oh, it looks like they're doing some pin trading the new way over here at the pin trading headquarters, the camera center, just underneath Spaceship Earth. So this is a new way of pin trading. It is a socially distant way. You pick out pins and the cast member will pull them out for you, and then you dump your pins inside of a bucket, and that's how you trade. So the wait time for Spaceship Earth says 5 minutes, but look at this line. It's pretty darn long. It kind of snakes all over the place here, doesn't it? So we came over to the left of Spaceship Earth because we're headed back to Mouse Gear because I want to see what kind of merch they have for Halloween. Last time we were here, we were looking for Halloween merch and they didn't have any. I know they have some now. Also, we're right next to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Oh, some sort of strange scaffolding out in front here, this gray stuff. So these panels they're working on up here used to be solar panels that were up on the top of the roof. I hope they put solar panels back up. Like, I'm really hoping they put solar panels back up. All right, we've seen a lot of Halloween merch, so we might not see anything new inside of Mouse Gear, but let's head inside and have a look and see what we can see. Well, they definitely have a lot of these fall-themed ears right here. The corduroy one, and I'm gonna call it 70s couch ear. I feel like for the most part, everything is stuff that we've seen before. Not seeing anything new as far as Halloween merch goes. Here's something that I haven't seen before. This is a new style of magic band that is on slap bracelets rather than the normal style of magic bands. We've got some spirit jerseys for dogs here. This Pride one and the Child. Oh, also I feel like I haven't seen this Halloween shirt before. What's this? What size is this? 2T, so still too big for Jackson. One day we'll get a nice shirt for you, Jackson. Oh, this is fun. This is a pumpkin spiced candle that they have for sale here. It smells like pumpkin spice over here too. It smells delicious. Look at this. Jack Skellington and Zero glows in the dark. And Disney Toy Box toys. And then this is the Star Wars droid for this year, BBB0020. Looks like a little pumpkin BB-8. Here's a Nightmare Before Christmas magic band, as well as the Halloween magic band. And then here's a little bit closer look at some of these new Halloween masks. And you can see it's a new fabric. It's a different kind of fabric that they say is more breathable, which I feel like kind of defeats the purpose of a mask, but there you go. And these are also the small size over here. Let me show you, they have the larger sizes here. A little bit closer view of some of these designs for Halloween. So speaking of Food and Wine Festival merch, here it is. This is the official Food and Wine Festival merch. Yeah, this is cool looking. I like it. And we've got Queen of Cuisine Minnie Mouse apron here. And then a swell bottle that says Queen of Cuisine. All of these. tea towel set in trivet, some mugs, and then the Tervis tumbler. I like this design. I like the way that they've drawn Mickey and Minnie. They look awesome. I got a set of coasters here with Remy and Pigment. Nice iPhone case here. A spatula. Spatula is $14.99. Now these are awesome. Some mixing bowls as well, with the same style of Minnie Mouse on it. These are awesome. We got some, what would you call these, like Tom Collins glasses with Remy on it, and then you can see you've got Spaceship Earth down in the bottom. There's also a Figment pass holder version, and then we've got Minnie Mouse down here, and then Mickey Mouse. I don't know how much these are. Oh, here, this hooded shirt is $50. I can see the price on that one. You can see, please limit the handling of this product. So I don't know how much these are. Oh, here's the pass holder exclusive shirt. Oh, is that what this is? The hooded one? Okay, this hooded one is only for pass holders. And this is, it's like t-shirt material, but it does have a hood on it as if it were a hoodie, but it's just a t-shirt. And we got a few more things over here. All Love to Cook, a pass holder shirt. And this shirt is $30. What'd you call this, like a decanter? Food and Wine Festival decanter. Well, they have a special pass holder iPhone case. They have salt and pepper shakers. There's no way to differentiate them, is there, though? They all look the same, so I guess this would just be a salt shaker. But it's got Remy on it. This is $12.99. And they have a Remy Swell bottle over here. Oh, Remy and Emile. Emile's on there too. Wonder what Remy's making. In one of the last Magic Kingdom vlogs, we talked about the shoulder pals. Here's Remy, and they're $19.99. They have a Figment one. We've got Pascal. We've got Bruni. Are Chip and Dale? No, I don't think they are. I think they're just here by accident. Just Chip and Dale are two plushes that are holding hands. We've got Groot, that's a shoulder pal. But Chip and Dale are not shoulder pals. They're just plushes. Oh, we got Mushu. I think that's all of them. Yeah. So those are all of these shoulder pals. There's so much The Child merch. I don't know if we've seen this before. This is The Child on a Loungefly. Look at how much life, like how much effort they put into the eyes of him. Looks so happy. Also, Mandalorian Season 2, October 30th. They're really leaning on this All Love to Cook pun. Here's the pass holder pin. 25th anniversary of Food and Wine Festival. There's a specific pass holder, what would you call this, like a serving dish? What is the swirl part for? Is that for your crackers? It was for olives, right? Like this is an olive tray. And then this is a cutting board that also has a spot for a wine glass. Or maybe you could use it walking around Food and Wine Festival. Put your food here and then you put your glass there. That way you don't have to, you can walk and eat at the same time, even though you can't walk and eat at EPCOT because you're supposed to be stationary while you're eating if you have your mask off. But it's neat looking. In years past, these have been plastic, and this year it looks like they're made out of bamboo. A little bit more sustainable. So now we're done at Mouse Gear. I'm going to turn and head sort of towards Test Track, but also make a right and head towards World Showcase because there was a booth over there that was specifically labeled Food and Wine. So let's see if they've got new food out yet. So as of right now, this booth that I was anticipating being open for Food and Wine Festival is not open, but I have a feeling it will be opening soon based on all of these tables and chairs in this area over here. They are preparing for people to be eating over here because these chairs weren't here before. I also feel like this open space wasn't here before. Like maybe the wall was moved out. Maybe it was here. I don't know, I know the tables and chairs were definitely not here. So here's another booth that says coming this fall, but this one we can see the menu on. So this is the donut box. Strawberry glazed donut holes do sound good, but chocolate glazed cake donut holes sound better. Oh, see? The black and white coffee cocktail garnished with a donut hole skewer. People really enjoyed that last year, so I think it'll be another popular sell this year. Also, thing to note is that you can get two different sizes of beer. You can get a 6 ounce or a 12 ounce here. There is some surprisingly loud music out here as we're entering into World Showcase. Also, I'm wondering if this booth will reopen for Food and Wine Festival. You can see they still have the menu board out here. I just wonder why it's not open all the time. I would like to try that empanada. It sounds good. Now wait, did we just miss the characters? Is that what happened? Because the music just went back down to a much more like pleasing level. I'm gonna head out here and see if we see them around the corner going to the China Pavilion. Like, what was that? Was that music for the characters? Let's see what we can see.
Just a few reminders. Face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you.
Seriously, I have the worst luck with these characters at World Showcase. Look, there they are right there. I could try to run and catch up to them, but they go backstage just on the other side of the Norway Pavilion, and they're just getting to the Norway Pavilion right now. So that's what that music was when we first showed up to World Showcase. It was the characters' music. So, we're still gonna go counterclockwise and hope that we see them again later in the day. So I do want to point out that even though we are starting to see International Food and Wine Festival merch, you can still get Flower and Garden Festival merch here. So like this stuff. I know that it's right around lunchtime, so it's like 12:30 right now, but EPCOT seems a little bit more crowded today than normal. Look at the line here for the Canada booth. But at the same time, there's not a lot of people out in the walkways. Look, there's so few people, even this duck is making the trek out into the open. He's like, don't mind me, just walking. Theme park duck just walking across the street, trying to figure out where to go. But in addition to those Flower and Garden Festival booths, we also have Food and Wine Festival merch in a booth. There's the shoulder pal again. We've got a Food and Wine Festival Pigment Christmas ornament. Some Food and Wine Festival leggings. I like that they've got these little stripes down the side. That's fun. How much are these? $39.99 or $40. We've got some smaller turbis tumblers that have Pigment on them for food and wine. Got this sweatshirt that matches those pants that we just showed because it's got the stripes on the side too. These are neat. What are these? Is this like a measuring cup set? They're fun, and they come in this little chef's hat. Pigment plates. I guess that's a trivet. A magnet that has different conversions on it. Trash can salt shakers. Oh, I like these tall mugs. I like me a tall mug. And then this shirt. It's a pocket t-shirt with Pigment popping out of the pocket for $30. I feel like those cake pops from World Showplace are calling my name again. I wonder if there's anything else. I'm gonna look on the menu and see if there's anything else that we can get inside World Showplace. Looks like there's not a lot of people in there. At least not a lot of people going inside in the line. All right, there are a few things inside of World Showplace that look delicious. Let's go inside and grab them, and then we'll come back out here and eat them. Oh, also, as soon as we get inside of World Showplace, over to the left, all of the Food and Wine Festival merchandise in one spot. I wonder if there's anything we missed. I'm gonna try not to get my shadow on this, but it looks like we've got some wine glasses that say 25 years of cheers, EPCOT Food and Wine Festival. And then we've got some stemless wine glasses that say, taste your way around the world. And we got some insulated stainless steel ones that say the same thing. Some barrel mugs down here. And some growlers. I wonder if these are insulated. Could you just use these for water? It'd be nice to carry around this much water. Maybe they're not. When I was showing you all the wood trays, these are the plastic ones that I was referring to that are also for sale. You got a hat here that says it's a wonderful time for a beer, and I'm sure that this is a bottle opener as well as a Spaceship Earth on the top. Brews Around the World shirts. Is this what's on? There's just another one over here that's got an EPCOT logo. I don't know what it says on the back. Nice cutting board that looks like grapes with Spaceship Earth behind it. Oh, and now we're getting over into the wine stuff. Taste your way around the world. The stuff we saw before over on the other display. See if I can see. There you go, 25 years of cheers. They have a keychain that is a mini sparkling chef's hat. A sparkling mini chef's hat. $14.99 for that. And then there's a little charm that says Queen of Cuisine on it. I feel like most everything else we saw already. Do we got this? Is more pins over here? Okay, these are some terribly lit pins. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to see the... Okay, we can kind of see the pass holder one here. There's another pass holder one up here. And then we've got Pigment, Mickey, and Minnie. I like how Mickey looks like he's mischievous. And this is a blind taste your way around the world pin set, like a blind pin pack. You buy it and you don't know which pin you're gonna get. We got some special Dooney and Burks for Food and Wine Festival. 3 different sizes. Alright, so there's like 3 things that I want to get. One of them's back at the mac and cheese booth, and then 2 of them are here at the Festival Favorites booth. So let's head back to the mac and cheese booth first. I'm gonna start off with the buffalo chicken mac and cheese, and all of these mac and cheese feature Boursin cheese. Sounds interesting. I'm excited to try it. This is also the longest line and where the most people are sitting. I think that this is a very popular booth. So it just started raining, so I need to find a spot that's under cover. Right now I'm just kind of hiding underneath the trees, and it's working pretty good because it's not really raining that hard. I actually might just eat the stuff here because it's not too bad right here. So this is my buffalo chicken macaroni and cheese from Boursin. This is my Hispanic Pita. And this is my Kabasi and Pierogi. Oh man, these look so good. I'm excited. I'm excited to try these. All right, let's just eat these really quick right here while we got the trees blocking the rain from us. All right, we're gonna try the macaroni and cheese first. Hopefully the music's not too bad over here. I kind of tried to point away from the speakers. I don't know. Okay. Buffalo chicken is, the spice kind of chases it, which is weird. It kind of tastes more like tomato than it does spice, and then after you swallow it, then the spice comes in. Huh. The macaroni and cheese is okay. It's got that grainy texture, which I think is from the Boursin cheese. I'm gonna see if I can get it to like, I don't even know if you can see that, how there's like, it's like a grainy cheese. And I know there's blue cheese in there, but there's not a lot of blue cheese. So I think the graininess is from the Boursin cheese. There's a duck at my feet, trying to hope to get some food that I'm gonna drop. Not happening, Mr. Duck. He does make me feel like a Disney princess though, because there's like a duck hanging out with me. It's weird because the macaroni and cheese kind of cuts the spice, but the chicken brings the spice. Also, I don't like that there's like onions in here. Actually, it might be celery. It's supposed to be celery. I think that's what the menu said it was celery, but this right here. So I think that's either onions or celery, one of the two. It has like a crunch to it, like if it were an onion or a celery, but it doesn't have a flavor at all. It's just too tomatoey, I think. There's just like huge chunks of tomato in it. I could do without this macaroni and cheese. I'm still gonna eat it all, but I think I'd skip this. Let's try this Hispanic Pita. It's like a puff pastry. What's inside of Hispanic Pita? Pretty tasty. It's kind of oily, but it is tasty. Better than the macaroni and cheese. Because it's so oily, it reminds me of like an egg roll. It doesn't taste like an egg roll. When you eat an egg roll, it's like this sort of like flaky, or even a spring roll. It's kind of like a flaky, oily pastry type thing. The duck is standing on my foot right now. Oh, Hispanic Pita means spinach pie in Greek. Typically with spinach and feta. So I didn't taste spinach inside of there. Mostly tasted the oil and maybe some of the feta, just a little bit of it. I would do that over the macaroni and cheese, but I don't know that I would order that one again either. I feel like we're kind of busting on these food items here. Also, I think it stopped raining. This one I think will be good. I feel like I've had this before in years past. This is Kabasi and potato pierogi. Yeah, that's good. It's got sour cream on it. I think this is probably sauerkraut or cabbage. Sauteed onions. It's a very typical Kabasi flavor, kielbasa flavor. I would have preferred the pierogi to be a little bit crispier, but it's still a good flavor. This is good. I would eat this one again. Like I said, I do wish that the pierogi was a little bit crispier. It's still good. Yeah. Just like a potato-filled thing. Like a potato pastry or potato ravioli? Like a, what do you, it's a pierogi. Like how else do you describe it? But it's filled with like mashed potatoes. It's good. I'd say that the meat, like the sausage, is better than the pierogi, which is better than the onions. And I know you're supposed to eat the onions with everything, but this one was good. I would get this one again. I do wish there was more sausage though. That's my only request. Because basically you got 4 little slices like this size. I would say inside of World Showplace, that was 2 busts and 1, yeah, that was good. With the pierogi and the Kabasi. So, there you go. That cake pop in there was magnificent though. So if you get anything in there, be sure to get the cake pop. So delicious. So we're headed back into the UK pavilion. Wanted to see if there was a character out here. I think I just saw Alice going backstage, so I think I missed her. She looked like she had a butterfly net too, like she was trying to catch butterflies. Darn. So just missed Alice. But normally, you might be able to meet Alice here at this little pagoda, or maybe Mary Poppins. You never know. Different people can be at this pagoda, different characters, for a socially distant interaction with characters. I did also want to point out that it rained for a very, very short amount of time, and now it is extremely humid and hot. Oh, we did it! There are some characters coming. That's exciting. Here come the princesses in their horse-drawn carriage. There they are. There's Belle. Oh, Aurora. And there's Jasmine and Snow White. We got to see the princesses. How great is that? I would say it's a good thing I brought my umbrella. We got a big storm coming. All right, our next stop is gonna be here at France, because I kind of want this dessert. I could not tell you how to pronounce it, but it's a brioche cake filled with light pastry cream and served with raspberry coulis. Sounds good to me. Okay, here is my tart. I like that it looks like a little tiny hamburger. How much fun is that? So not only did I get that dessert from France, the tart I got, because Brazil is right next to it, I had to stop and get some Brazilian cheese bread, which we have had many times before, but it's so delicious I just couldn't pass by Brazil and be like, I just won't get the cheese bread. So, we eat the cheese bread first, then we're gonna get into this dessert. All right now, delicious as ever. Okay, so, I'm gonna power through this cheese bread really quick, and then get to the dessert, because I think it's about to start storming. I am undercover right now, but there's a wide open space here in front of me, so it could like blow in here. So, I want to get through this dessert before the rain comes. All right, let's get into this tart. Oh, it's like a brioche pastry, which I don't know what that means. I don't know what these things on the top are. They look like salt, but they're not. Oh, it's weird. It's like powdered sugar. That's interesting. But it's like crystallized powdered sugar. Like, you know how powdered sugar has a different flavor than regular sugar? It's like super smooth, but it somehow is crystallized. All right. Oh, hello. That is good. That is really good. I know there were comments about us licking our fingers after eating. We do sanitize before eating, so our hands are washed beforehand. This is really good. Here's a look at the inside. Look at how fluffy that brioche is. I don't know, what does brioche mean? I feel like every time I come to a food festival, I end up looking stuff up. Brioche is a bread of French origin that is similar to a highly enriched pastry and whose high egg and butter content gives it a rich and tender crumb. Well, there you go. It's like buttery egg bread. But this is like super fluffy. I know that this looks like salt. I feel like there is a little bit of salt in there. Because I do, unless my mind is playing tricks on me, I get a salty flavor out of this. I'm kind of blown away by this dirt. Oh, there's also the raspberry coulis is not like, it's just like 3 dots on the plate. So you got to kind of dip your thing in there. I don't know that the raspberry really adds anything to it. I would just eat this without the raspberry. It tastes like raspberry donut filling. Wow, that was a good dessert. It wasn't very filling. There wasn't a lot of dessert. It was very light. And like, it was cold too, so it was nice for a hot day. It's like the perfect dessert for EPCOT in the summer. So, do suggest, get yourself the tart from France, whatever the rest of the words were. I don't even want to attempt to pronounce it. The guys at the booth said it, and I was like, that thing. Well, the rain has officially started. I might duck into the Japan area to try to avoid it for a little bit. Kind of wait it out for a moment. And if it continues, I'll have to head home, but we're gonna try to wait it out for a minute. Once I got into the Japan pavilion, right outside of the gift shop area. This is an eggs only. I guess I gotta go out and head to the front of the building to go to the entrance. But they do have KitKat stuff. There's just nobody here manning it, and you're just supposed to just take one and do the activity inside. Inside of the Japan gift shop, I wanted to point out that all of the oysters for picking your own pearl are gone. But they do have the physical barrier set up at the register. Maybe they could just take regular payments here for the other gifts in the shop. And maybe not in oysters right now. All right, I was inside of the Japan pavilion for maybe 5 minutes outside, and the rain has stopped. It's cooled off tremendously. That either means it's gonna rain again or it's gonna rain again. I mean, yeah, I think it's gonna rain. Here's something that's interesting. When EPCOT first opened, the second band was not called Mariachi Cobra, even though it had members from Mariachi Cobra in it. I wonder if the full band is back now so they could use the full name, or what? So wait, was this Spain booth one of the ones that was supposed to be coming in the fall, or one that was already open? Because their sign is outside with their menu on it. Looks like a charcuterie and a Spanish style paella. I don't know if that means that it was going to be open today or what. There was also, I think, somebody working inside of there right now. This booth used to say coming this fall, but they've taken the sign down. It's still not open yet. I'm pretty excited for this one to open because last year this one had the raclette cheese at it and it was delicious. Smelled bad, but it tasted good. Well, I made it all the way around to the front of World Showcase. I can see Spaceship Earth. It didn't get rained on. I mean, it sprinkled a little bit, but I was expecting a lot of rain. So here's the real question. Do you think I could get and eat the teriyaki glazed Spam hash before it starts raining? It's a new challenge. Well, I didn't make it. I got it, but I didn't eat it yet. So, challenge failed. And I'm just gonna eat this really quick. I'm not gonna show it because I don't have anywhere to sit down and set up the tripod. And then we're gonna book it out of here. Try to find a bathroom and head home. Well, dang, the Spam hash was not as good as it was last time. I think the Spam was just overcooked this time. It was still good. It still was better than last year. But the Spam was overcooked, so it was a little bit chewy. So it wasn't as good as the last time, but I would still get it again. I'm like kind of excited for the Spam hash now every time that I come. Admittedly, it's not a bad rainy day. It's just a nice light rain here. As we were walking in, I showed you guys the pin trading headquarters here, and there was a spot to trade pins out here. They have moved inside. So always check outside and inside here at the pin trading center to see if you can trade your pins with cast members. So there you have it. That was our trip out to EPCOT to experience more Food and Wine Festival food. Tried new stuff that we hadn't tried. We had one thing that we have had before. That was the cheese bread. Always delicious. Everything else was kind of like a mixed bag of good and bad. Macaroni and cheese, not so good. The Hispanic Pita, okay. The Kabasi and Pierogi, pretty good. The thing that blew me away was that tart from France. That was really good. Really enjoyed it. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. And then we got to see some Food and Wine Festival merch for the first time this year. Up until now, it's been Flower and Garden Festival merch. So it's exciting to see new merch and see new stuff. Still can't wait for the other booths to open, the actual Food and Wine Festival booths, because as of right now, still is food from Flower and Garden. Nothing new for Food and Wine Festival. So I'm sure at some point we will have new food, and I will be back here to taste it. So with that being said, we are off. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Now it's time to help. So today's organization that we would like to shine a spotlight on is the Center for Disaster Philanthropy. Wildfires are wreaking havoc on California, Washington, and Oregon, and forcing tens of thousands of people into shelters amid a pandemic. And due to the coronavirus, long-term needs such as rehousing and income assistance may be particularly difficult for the fire victims. And the Center for Disaster Philanthropy is allocating funds for those in need right now. So if you guys could, please have a look at the link in the description down below. Learn a little bit more about what they're doing to help the victims of wildfire out. And thank you guys for watching this video.